Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I was just sitting here drinking my morning coffee, and I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about knowing your worth. And we're not talking about just for YouTube celebrities or anything like that, but just in general, it is important for you in a capitalist society like we live in to understand your fiscal and financial worth. What you bring to the table, what your work is worth in a competitive market, how much money other people are making off of you, and for you to get a reasonable share of that. And this is important for business negotiations for everything in this. I mean, the Hodge twins really talked about this, and I think they're the first ones in fitness YouTube to really discuss this with their chump change motherfucker thing and talking to guys about knowing their worth and how this industry tends to kind of feed on people and scam them and pay people way, way less than their services are really worth. Now, this is important even for people who are doing personal training and coaching to know what skill set they offer versus their competition, know what their competition charges, know what the competitive rates are for the service they provide and for what they're capable of actually doing. A lot of your personal trainers, you're wanting to become coaches, things like that. You need to know what's competitive for your services and be realistic about your skill level and what you bring to the table versus your competition, and whether it's fair for you to charge more or for you to charge less than your competition. Now, for people like YouTube celebrities, it's kind of weird because a lot of these people in the fitness industry want you to come do expos and booths and engagements for free. In no other industry would that shit ever fly. That would never fly in any other industry. Yes, there are a few really wealthy celebrities who speak for free, but sometimes you don't know if that celebrity got paid $100,000 to give a 15-minute speech or if they did it for free for certain publicity. But it's not unreasonable sometimes for a celebrity to make $100,000 for a 15 or 20-minute speech or an appearance. That actually happens every single day. Now, when you're dealing with public speaking of low-level celebrities, entrepreneurs, maybe authors of books, don't even have to necessarily be best-selling authors, do a speaking engagement or a public debate, those are generally paid. And so for me, the reason I asked for $5,000, I actually crunched numbers on that real quick with my girlfriend who has an MBA in marketing. And she quickly researched what other people, minor celebrities, because I'm considered a minor celebrity at this point. I have a subscriber base of around 80,000. I net approximately 2 million views per month. I am a published author on a few websites. Low-level celebrity. But I am published and I have a massive outreach, and not factoring in the unique perspective I bring for companies and other ability for them to make money off of it. A standard speaking engagement or public debate at a big event for someone at my level of outreach, $5,000 to $10,000 is actually fairly standard and average. That's completely average. So for them to have not offered at least $5,000 is really a slap in the face. It's pretty insulting and it shows a poor knowledge of business. The reason that I lowballed it and dropped it down to $5,000 instead of asking for $10,000, which would still be within the normal acceptable range for that type of engagement, was because I can see other fringe benefits to doing so. It could potentially increase my outreach, but it could kill me in the public eye also. Number two, because I had a lot of other demands there, again, things like buying my girl's flight and everything else. Getting the written permission required at an expo like that for me to carry my piece. And a lot of you guys need to realize with stuff like that I have permission at other venues to do that. I am actually armed 24/7. I don't walk around unarmed. I'm an American citizen. I have a right to carry a firearm. And as a public figure, I have a right to security at public venues. And if they're not willing to provide a level of security appropriate for someone like me who does get a lot of death threats because I'm controversial, I've actually had other fitness celebrities threaten to assault me in public on their social medias, multiple of them now. So it's totally reasonable to make that request. And again, I'm actually saving them money by doing that because of my high profile nature and the threats that I get regularly. They would actually have to provide a very professional detail, and it could end up costing them a couple $1,000 extra, if not more, to provide me security for the whole thing. So I'm actually doing them a favor there. The thing is, but with the $5,000, I'm also doing them a favor because I want to make it more enticing. And by using the bottom end of the range and only $5,000 instead of $10,000, I'm making asses out of them if they decline because they're not even willing to pay the bare minimum that would be normal for someone in my position of outreach to do a speaking engagement or a debate. If they're not even willing to pay the bare industry minimum, then it shows that they're being cheap asses and they're trying to pull one over on people. So totally fair. So guys, you need to assess these things and do research in general upon your worth and anything that you do out there as a professional venture, whether it's full-time or part-time. You need to understand what services you provide, what the going rates are in the industry, and be realistic about those things. A lot of people get really screwed over financially because their rates for things are not competitive. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.